Hey, what's going on, Appliance Boot Camp? Old fashioned ice cream, family and friends. Thanks for joining us tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Man, it's been a busy time. This back to school stuff is really going. We had a great run this season. We was able to get a lot accomplished with the ice cream parlor. Today we actually went out to the actual Johnston. Shout out to Johnston County administrators. We went out today and served ice cream to their principal, assistant principal, superintendents, the administrators and stuff of Johnston County. I've been nervous all week because they had us down for ice cream break, and it was about 300 people there, and the 300 people they only had 30 minutes for the break, so they wanted us to do ice cream, but they wanted us to get it be able to serve 300 people in 30 minutes. And today was the first time I've done like the pre-package. So we pre-packaged everything yesterday and got it ready to serve. I didn't know how it was going to go. We got good reviews and stuff. I actually was able to get a couple of events booked at schools from there. So it turned out to be very good. But I'm tired because like I say, all day yesterday we was packing ice cream, pre-packing the ice cream, and then I got going today. I was nervous. I didn't know if we were gonna have enough ice cream. I ended up having way more than enough. I just worried about so much stuff could go wrong. So we got them in and out in 30 minutes. We had got everybody in, and they had ate, and they were going back to their actual uh, where they were at their meetings or whatever. So we was able to get them in and out in 30 minutes. They had plenty of time, so it turned out to be pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I want to say thank you to them again. But now I am tired, so tonight is gonna be another short one. If anybody that's been going over to the actual appliance boot camp on Teachable, we're in the process of redoing the actual layout. So if you see courses and stuff not showing up, we should be completed by tomorrow. Everything will be back up and running. But I had to actually split everything out and break out those bundles and stuff. So for those people who have bought bundles, they'll be back in tomorrow, and we'll have everything redone on that website. So if you the last 2 days, I've been over there actually fixing them, and we'll have everything back up tomorrow. So if you go back tomorrow, everything will be up and running the way it should be. So, but like I say, if you go to Teachable, everything will be back up tomorrow like it should be, and all of the bundle courses will be bundled in. But once again, thank everybody for actually for joining us. And tonight's gonna be a real quick little video. And the actual topic is why should anyone listen to Mike Sneed? No, why y'all should listen to me? If anybody should listen to me, maybe people shouldn't listen to me when I give advice about appliance repair, entrepreneurship, and whatnot. No, maybe you shouldn't listen to me. But I've told my story before. But maybe we have a lot more new people who comes in and maybe just came in the last couple of years, a year or so. They might not quite know my story. I think a lot of times people think I've always been um, I'm not financially secure. That's what I was told that I'm struggling financially. So I guess I am struggling financially, but I haven't always been able, been the position I'm in now, where I was in total control of my time and what I've done for a living and stuff. Where I didn't have to worry about the day to day functions or how I was going to actually pay my bills and stuff. I just say that I'm not no super wealthy guy. They can go out and buy these Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff. But on the other note, I don't have to worry about how I'm going to pay my bills and stuff like that. So I haven't always been that way. If you don't know, I grew up in a little area called Stovall, North Carolina. Very, very, very rural area. The area I grew up in, when I was growing up, the state actually came in and actually put in toilets and they put in toilets in people's houses, their houses they could put toilets in. But a lot of the people houses where I grew up at, the houses didn't have no foundation, meaning the houses were built on the ground and they just and they just had a rug or a carpet over top of the ground. And when it rained and stuff, the floor would get wet. So their houses and stuff was on the ground. It didn't have no way to put plumbing and stuff in it. So if your house is one of those houses, the state pushed your house down and gave you a little double wide trailer. But they came in because what was happening, people were use their bathroom was a bucket, and they would actually use this bucket, and then they'll go right there to the creek or the water spring, and they'll throw their bodily fluids and waste to the into the creek, into the water stream. And while you we out there playing football, you see raw sewage floating down the water stream, and that was it. That's what people done. People when they woke up in the morning, they took a bucket, what they call a pot, and they went down the woods and dumped it, and it came back. And the state came in and they told them, that was a health concern and all that. So they gave everybody toilets and gave everybody houses. That's the community I grew up in. Um, we were we didn't have a lot of money in that community, but at that time I thought we was rich. I didn't know we were poor until I got to college, but I thought we were rich comparably to other people in the neighborhood. But around there, everybody was pretty much uh, nobody was hungry in our community, and everybody was pretty much in the same predicament. But at the same time, we you didn't have what we have today in the communities where nobody complained. No, everybody kept to themselves and their families was able to make it. And most of them, I think maybe out of our community, maybe three or four households didn't have fathers, but everybody else had fathers in the house. Everybody had fathers in the house. Maybe three or four households didn't. But we wasn't it wasn't no extreme poverty like I see now. I don't think it's poverty now. I think people now just they want to they don't want to spend the money on stuff that they need. They spend their money on what they want and not what they need. But back then, you spent your money where you on stuff that you need, and you didn't care what you want. Because my family never went out to eat. I never growing up went out to eat with my mom and dad to a restaurant. Going out to eat was stopping up there at Jimmy Wilson or stopping at Nanny Burger and getting a hot dog or a cheeseburger. You want no such thing, y'all going to say no restaurant. You want no money for that. My dad always worked two jobs. He worked third shift. Most of the men in the neighborhood in the community they work third shift. They either work second or third shift. They get the shift differential. So if you work second shift or third shift, you got paid extra money, and plus it gave them time to be able to go out and do side jobs. So all the men had at least two jobs, two three jobs. So my dad always worked third shift. When he got off work, he go work on the farm, farming tobacco and stuff. If he wasn't farming tobacco, he was doing construction. If he wasn't doing construction, he was cutting wood, selling it. All that was all the men. So everybody was working two to three. All the men was working two to three jobs all the time, and on weekends too. Want no time off. And that's how we grew up. I went to college. Like I said, I went to college. I went to school. I majored in electronics and computer technology. I flunked out the first year. The first year I went up there, flunked out. My dad came, got me, told me I messed up those people money, and before I could go back, I had to go pay all those people money back. So he made me work and pay the people money back before I could go back to college, which was a great thing. Because if he hadn't have done that, if he would have just let me go back to school without making me come back and get that embarrassment and that shame, I would have messed up again the next semester because I took it for granted to be able to go to school. I thought, hey, I'm just going to school, but when it got taken from me, and I got the shame and the embarrassment of having to go see everybody, and everybody asked me, I thought you was in school. Yeah, I flunked out. Oh man, how you go up there and flunk out? So you got that? I got that embarrassment, and that made me go back to school and went back and never looked back. And made the dean's list a couple of times after that. And once I got out of school, I was working as an engineer. And the stuff that I've done in high school, I took Vika, where I could take residential wiring, electrical wiring. That's how I learned how to wire houses, working with Mr. Eden, working with him on the weekend in the afternoons. I learned electrical wiring. When I was in college, I worked at Sears. I was an appliance repairman. That's how I learned how to repair appliances. Graduated with the work as an engineer. When that engineering job left during the .com burst, it wasn't no such thing as you're gonna they're gonna the union or whoever was gonna give you a job. What they told me, you gotta retrain and retool. So you need to go find you something else to do. At that time, when the .com burst, people were telling you it was dumb to go to school and major in go to school to major in electronics or go to school to be an engineer because it wasn't no need for one then. Why you go major in that? That was crazy. No, that wasn't gonna be no job. So you engineers, you could get them a dime a dozen during that time. And so at that time, I'm stuck. I just built a new house. Just got married. Just had our first son. At the same time, I had a child before I got married, so I got child support beating down the door, and I'm broke. I don't have any money, and with that, um, I felt like the whole world was coming in on me. I didn't have nowhere I could go, and I'll never forget we whatchamacallit, my grandfather at that time he was going through dementia, and I remember us stopping through to go talk to my grandfather. We went back home, and we stopped my grandfather's on the porch, sitting out there. And sometimes you'll catch him, and he was stuck in his teenage years, from like maybe 11 to about 15, 16. That's where he was stuck at in his dementia, and he could remember all that stuff like it was just happening. And you have to tell him every night, your mom ain't coming to get you, your brother ain't coming to get you. Where they at? Well, they ain't coming to get you. You got to go back here and go to bed. At night, if he was staying with my mom, he'd be waiting for his mom and dad to come get him. Uh, you got to tell him, nah, they ain't coming to get you. So I can say that's a bad feeling to find out every day that your all your brothers and your siblings and your sisters, all your siblings and your parents have passed away. You had to relive that almost every night. But one time I caught him on the front porch, and he told me, "You just missed it." I was like, "What?" He's like, my dad just got the gun and ran those white men off the property." I was like, "You got the gun and ran them off the property?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "For what?" They were coming up here trying to give us some clothes and some food, and my dad went and got the gun, and he told him to get off his property if he couldn't feed and clothe his family. They didn't need it, and he told them they won't take no food, no money, and told him to get off. And what he was talking about, this was during the Great Depression, and they was what's called. They was coming around trying to give out welfare and stuff like that. And my great grandfather got the gun and told them to get off his property. They'll be giving his family no food, no clothes. If he couldn't get it to them, they weren't gonna have it. And I was like, "How'd that make you feel?" He said, "I got the baddest damn dad in the world." And from there, that stuck in me. And I said, "Okay, here go this guy at the turn. He just came through Reconstruction, really, and now he's in the middle of the Great Depression with about 11 kids, and he not taking he not taking what we call. He not taking no welfare, no handouts. And so I said, I'm not going to take any. I have never taken a handout or welfare, no matter how bad things were when during that time. But it forced me to actually look into myself and see what I was made out of. And when I finally got out of that pity party, and I decided I was going to bet on me, then I whatchamacall. It looked like all of the weight of the world just came. When I decided I was going to start my own appliance repair business, all the weight of the world just came off of me all of a sudden. It was no longer I didn't have any money and stuff. I had a plan, I had a vision, and now I was going to go take it out. And with that, um, that's how I made the appliance boot camp. Because what you see is it's not something I've read. It's not something that I believe. God damn it, yeah, I lived it. I lived it. Every word in that book, I lived it. Everything that I teach you all, I lived it. That's why it works because I lived every moment of it. Every moment of building that appliance repair business and figuring it out, I lived every moment of it. So when I go to people and I tell them we got to do better as African Americans, I'm not saying that to try to put nobody down because I was in that same spot and I came up out of it. A lot of times, what happens, people don't believe that we can do it as African Americans. They do what I call missionary work. They can't. They don't believe that you can compete. They don't believe you can do it. So what they try to do, they try to do it for you. I feel sorry for them. I'm gonna do this that I to get them on. So somebody would have came to me during that time when I didn't have a job and I was just looking for a job. And somebody said, "Well, I'm just gonna give you some work to get you by." It would have hurt me because it would have kept me from actually looking into myself to find myself to go figure out what it is I was destined to do and supposed to do. If somebody would just say, "Oh man, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no job. Come on, I'm just gonna give you something," I, it would have stifled my growth. And that's why I don't give. That's one of the things. And like I say, me doing this, I had a discussion earlier this week, and I don't want people to think that I'm looking down on us as African Americans. No, but I lived all of that. I came through it, so now I can go back and pull you out of it because I've done the same thing. So when I tell you you can do it, I believe that you can. And I know it hurts to see people struggle. It hurt when I was trying to learn how to run the appliance repair business. That hurt. That hurt. I tell y'all all the time when we had to make a decision one time just before I started my appliance repair business. With my parents wanted us to come up. They're gonna give us a surprise baby shower, and we didn't know it, but we ain't had no money. I ain't had no money for gas to get up there, And my wife and I got in an argument behind it because we didn't have no money for gas to get up there, you know, and it hurt not to be able to go out with family and friends. Like we had planned to go to Essence Festival with my family and stuff. We didn't have no money, we couldn't go, and at the time they couldn't realize why you ain't going. Y'all helped plan this, but we ain't got no money. All that stuff hurt, but it because we got to suffer through that. My wife and I got to suffer through that together. Now those first 2 or 3 years of having it hard, we've had it easy. I lost my job. I was like maybe 26, 27 when I lost my job. But because I struggled through it for like 2 or 3 years and figured it out, I had it easy since I've been 30. So now for the last 20 years, we had pretty much easy, where it hasn't really been a strain on us to do stuff. And I've been living this same life. And so when I go talk to us as African Americans, I'm not talking condemning us and not having no sympathy for the situations that people's in, but I'm going there talking because I know that there's greater in them, and I know that the more you do to help somebody in a situation like that, the less likely they are to get out. Now, I'm not saying you don't go and you don't give them instructions and give them instructions and directions to get out of it. Just tell them they're gonna figure it out because most of them don't have the tool set to figure it out. But what you do, people who have done it and who have walked through that, you able to go back in there and tell them, hey, you can get out of this thing. I know how you can get out of this thing. But me going down there, a young man worked with me. You seen him? He helped me build this building, helped me build the ice cream parlor. Work with me for all that time. He come back and need to come work again. Man, you got the appliance boot camp. You don't work with me for 2 years. You don't need to be here. I don't have nothing to drive. All right, take this car and you go. I'm not going to give you no job. My job is not to give you no job. And that was one thing they asked me, why you don't hire the parents? I don't give people jobs. I don't give you all certificates because I don't believe in giving you jobs. I want you. I don't make my money off of no job. So that's the thing. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I don't do. I don't make my money off of going to look for no job. I make my money by looking at opportunities and then creating businesses that I can actually take to the marketplace to get money from those opportunities. I want to show you all how to do the same thing. So if I don't even know how to write no dang on resume. I ain't wrote a resume. How am I gonna tell you go get a job? And I don't even have a job. I ain't had a job in almost 30 years. Now I do license holding, but that's not no job. For me having to go interview and all that. That's just because I have a contractor's license. That's almost equivalent to what we call you a lawyer being on retainer. But I don't know how to go out and interview and stuff like that. And Lord knows if I was to go interview and they pull up YouTube and see me, they ain't gonna hire me. If I go somewhere now looking for a job, I'm just as bad as somebody been in jail for the last 20 some years. They're gonna say, "Oh, I see you graduated in 1996, and yeah, and I see you work. You started off as a test engineer, and then you became a senior automation engineer in 1999, 2000. But then I don't see no where your work history at from 2000 until 2023. I was repairing my friends and families washers and dryers, making money there, and then my knees and back got a little tired from doing that, so I started scooping ice cream for, for a year or two. And I go ahead, who gonna hire me to get a job for that? They were like, man, what, do you have a drug problem or you have a mental breakdown? What in the world happened? You just fell off the face of the earth for the last 20 some years. So I can't go get no job. I'm done. You know, we was listening to a man talk the other day at the meeting. He he retired from the Navy, retired from the post office, so he got all these pensions, and it ain't none of that for me. Hey, it's too late for me getting the military to get on disability like everybody else. Go to the military, then get on disability after being in the military. I can't do that. I can't go to the post office. I can't go to the government. I can't go to. I'm done. If I'm at 50, it ain't no retirement pension coming for me. If I don't make it work, it ain't gonna work. So hey, I'm done. This is me. If I can't go out and get it, I'm done. But I figured out how to do it. And so now I tell you all about the appliance boot camp. Well, how long will it take you to actually go through? That was another question there. Well, you're going to give this person this training. How long it takes? I can do it in a weekend. I can teach you in a weekend how to do this. And you be out making money. Especially now with American Home Shield, got they what's it called now? They doing dryer vent cleaning. So you can sign up with American Home Shield and clean dryer vents for $99. You don't even have to go out and get that. They marketing it for you, begging you to get it. So you go out here and just make your money. And I teach you that in the weekend. Not only that, but I teach you not only how to act. Not only do I teach you a trade, but I also teach you how to handle your money, so that when the money does start to come in, you know how to allocate your money. I teach you my 5 banking account methods that I use in the appliance boot camp to be able to save my money, be able to pay cash for houses, pay cash for cars, pay cash for my kids to go to college. Matter of fact, College tuition is due due again on Tuesday coming up. My daughter just told me it's due again Tuesday. It's about $3,500 that not 34. Let me see how much it is. See, that's another thing too. People tell you that college is so expensive and this and that. But if you go to in-state, yeah, right at $3,500, not 36, $3,600. Uh, if you buy a parking pass, $250 parking pass, you're looking at $3,600. That's not bad. That's not bad. You can afford to pay that per semester if you go to an in-state school. So all this stuff where you can't someone can't afford to send your kids to school and this and that, you can afford to do it doing appliance repair. I'm paying cash. I didn't what you call do no 529 plan, all this crazy stuff. I've been paying cash for my kids to go to school. Because the way I looked at it, I was paying cash for them to go to private school. I said, man, it's private school just as much as college. I don't need no 529. I can cash flow it. I cash flow it. I cash flow. Cash flow my oldest, now cash flow my youngest, and it hasn't hurt me. I like the summers better because the summers I for like 800 some dollars, but during the fall and the winter, the fall and the spring, it's about $3,600 you have to pay for them to go, and it's not bad. Just cash flow. And I've been able to do that with appliance repair. The other and I teach you everything about the appliance repair business. How to run an appliance repair business when you got two or less employees with subs. So it's like a 1 to 3 man operation. My formula works well. Now, if you're gonna go, you're gonna have 7 or 8, maybe 10. Now you have to go to somebody who's done that. I never done that. My formula don't work with that. But if you're gonna have three man crew or less, my formula works great for that. But that's what I've done. I've done it for 20 some years. I know it worked. So I don't have to argue when I'm talking to people about it. I'm not talking about something I believe or something that I think. It's something that I know. So when I talk to you about it and I don't have any I don't give room for argument and stuff like that because I'm not going to argue about something I know. It's just like me trying to argue that 1 plus 1 equals 2. I'm not going to argue. I know it is. If you believe it's something different, that's you. But I'm going to tell you the truth because I care about you and I want you to know the truth about it. And I what you call like I said, I pull myself out of that. I pull myself out of that situation. And not only that, I've gone and I've taught this same thing to thousands of other people right now that has the same testimony. That hey, I can do it. And the other thing too, when I teach you, I don't teach you so you have to come back to me. I teach you everything that I know, so you never have to come back to me again. You all have surpassed me in appliance business and stuff, and you all are teaching other people how to run appliance repair business. I don't. Y'all don't have to send nobody to me. Y'all can teach you the stuff that I teach you all. Y'all are teaching other people, and y'all don't even have to come back to me. That's the way it's supposed to be. And that's why I say if I was trying to tell the people too, you know, why they have to come to you to get stuff done. You teach them how to do it, so they don't have to come to you. Then they can teach the other people where they at. You don't have to be the person to go there every time. You teach them if you know how to get out of it. You teach them how to get out of it, and then you can step away. They can keep teaching other people how to get out of it. You ain't got to go back anymore. That's where I'm at with appliance boot camp. You all teaching people now how to get out, and it have its own little ecosystem or whatever that's going. Now the same thing. You see me doing the same thing now with ice cream. I'm getting in here. That's the other thing too. That you see, you don't see me coming in here with a bunch of money. Y'all ain't see me spending no buku's a lot of money and doing none of this. You saw all of it I done with me working. You never see me not working. That's the other thing too. If you are having a hard time, just go to work and going to work is sometimes it's just thinking is working too. So just think about your plan, how you're going to get out of it. You guys see that vision and get it out. So with the ice cream parlor and stuff, I saw the vision. Like I tell you all, I come here and that building. Y'all saw me going there and setting the building sometimes, and I say, hey, I'm letting the building talk to me. I'm looking around, just seeing what the building is gonna look like, and eventually I get the building will actually start to. It's funny, it'll actually start to take its form, and I can see it. I can see how it's gonna be, and I can see it just as clear as day. Then I start to build it, but I ain't stupid enough to think that's all I need to do. I go out and I seek good counsel, and good counsel is somebody who's done that business for 10 or more years. They've done it for 10 or more years. They've done seen the good times and the bad times within that business. And from there, I get their business plan if I can, or I get advice from them, and I follow their advice, regardless what anybody else says. I don't care what nobody else says. If they've done it for 10 or more years and they have a successful business, then you follow their advice, because they know what they're talking about. I don't follow people's advice. I don't care how flashy they look, how much money they try to portray they got out there. Because I know if you can how can I say this? Business is funny. You can make people think that you're making money at a business by throwing a lot of money into it, and then eventually it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna oh, I got somebody coming in. I'll make this point, then I'll bring you on, Leon. You can make people think that you're making money in a business, but eventually you're gonna get to the point where it's gonna start to collapse. And a lot of times what people do then, they'll try to sell it or get out. They say, I made my money, I got a big offer. Nah, you're bleeding and you had to get out of it. And I feel like that happens a lot. I'm gonna bring this Leon on real quick. Can you hear me, Leon? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Leon.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, how you doing, Leon? Thanks for joining
Oh,
in.
all right, all right. I was just coming in and just want to let you know the testimonial to all these people that are listening. You the real
Oh,
deal,
thanks.
right? So I came in just around 2020 or just a little bit after 2020, and the whole line was take some of that government money that you was getting and invest in appliance boot camp. And I was like, it's the real deal. It's changed my life totally, completely. So we're talking about having cash to send your kids to school and not worrying. This is the truth. And I'm doing this from another country. I'm doing this in Canada.
Oh,
All right. So
wow.
I
Okay.
followed the blueprint to the T, and it's actually made a big difference in my life. And just the amount of work that I have right now, it's overwhelming. So I was a little bit scared at the beginning to start off because I wasn't really into the trade. But as soon as I took the training and got out there and got with the warranty companies, and I mean, everything has just been snowballing. It's been great. So if anybody wants or listening or they're on the fence, just do it.
Wow. Now you're in Canada, so that's amazing that it works in Canada too. Because we're in the U.S. With Canada, do y'all have to have a trade license to do appliance repair?
No, but we do again following the blueprint, setting up the business, setting up the different bank accounts, getting your tax registration, just to be in business. So I mean, there's no licensing whatsoever. If you want to go off into gas, yes, you definitely have to have a license for that, and that takes it's about a year, 2 years to get your gas license to actually work on gas appliances. But outside of that, I mean, it's very low entry or barrier to entry. It's just get out there and there's people that need the service. So I mean, you're useful, and that's the best thing to be right now, is useful in a day and age where there's a lot of useless people.
Mhm. Now, are you married?
Yeah, married, 2 kids.
How your wife feel about your transition now to appliance repair?
um she enjoys it. The I mean, at the beginning she was a little bit nervous, but she saw that I was really enjoying what I'm doing. And now that I'm getting so busy, now she's kind of like, okay, well, are you gonna take a day off, or what? You know what I mean? So no, it's great. The money, when she sees the money coming in, she's definitely happy. I mean, there's a lot less stress in the home when you know, okay, a bill comes in and it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it all too well. Now with Canada, what do y'all pay like 50? Y'all pay, we hear so much about Canada here in the U.S. How much do they take of your taxes?
Sorry, I missed that last part about.
Your taxes in Canada? How much of it do they take?
Well, as a business owner, it's not as much as an employee, but the way I could put it this way, if I was working the same amount of, let's say I was making, so pretty much this is how it's gonna go. If you're an employee here in Canada for the first 5 to 6 months, you're pretty much just paying the government um, their taxes, and then
Wow.
everything after that, you know, it's yours. But it's a lot less when you're a business owner because you get to write off all the deductions and all those things, and you can defer some of those taxes too, especially if you're a new business.
So same here in the U.S. You're a business owner. You get all your money up front and then get to write everything off.
That's correct.
Wow, wow, that's amazing, Leon. Man, that's
So it's a
amazing.
little bit
And
different.
I'm thanks for calling in because I'm telling you to hear somebody there's somebody in another country that telling you that the information that I've given, and you didn't come to the live, you just got it off the
No,
internet.
I took it online. This is when, I mean, I took your course when COVID was going on, and
Mhm.
you were telling everybody, "Hey, man, this is where it needs to be." And I was sitting here, and I mean, how it really started was is that um, I was I was getting the government money. We call it the CERB up here. So we were getting
Mhm.
that monthly, and then people would, and I would have the work van for the company that I was working for.
Mhm.
Um, and people would just knock at my door asking me, can you fix my oven? Can you fix my
Mhm.
stove? And I was like, no, 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 I don't know how to do that. And then one day, my next door neighbor, who's my mother-in-law's friend, asked me to fix her ice maker, and I was about to say no, and and then my wife piped up and said, "Nah, he can do it." So I'm like, looking
Mhm.
at her like, I don't know what to do. She's like, "Don't worry, you got this." So I end up fixing. It took me 2 days to figure out how to take it
Mhm.
everything apart and put it back
Mhm.
without breaking anything, but I end up being successful. And then what happened was that all the old biddies just kept calling and saying, "Hey, I heard you fix so and so's fridge. I heard you fix so and so's." And I started, and I was like, "Wow, this is like I wasn't expecting um, to have such a quick response after taking your course."
Mhm. Yep, that's the way it is. I've been retired, and I think daily I get a phone call. Somebody walk down here and ask, "Can I fix something?"
So I'm at the point right now where I'm getting a few property management companies. I'm still working with the warranty companies, but I've had people actually ask me, "Could you hire me?" And so now I'm at this stage where I'm trying to rev it up a little bit more so I can have one or two subs up underneath me. And I mean, this is in a very relative short period of time.
Yeah, it's been less than 3 years.
So
About 3 years.
so it's been working very very well. Made the most amount of money I've ever made in my life, and it's just nice to be your own boss and not have to worry about running in here, running in there, and people just clocking you all the time. And I really enjoy that.
Mhm. Man, this is amazing. I really love that, Leon. I really love it. That appliance repair and it sounds like appliance repair pays just as much in Canada as it does here in the U.S.
And I don't even know what the prices are, but I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I remember you talking about having $1,000 days. I'm just doing that on a regular basis now. So I'm like, I never thought I was gonna get to that point, and I'm like, maybe he's just pulling our leg, but that's not the case at all. Like, you guys are the real deal. So anybody out there that, you know what I mean, looking to transition, getting out of whatever line of work and coming into appliance repair, we need people. I meet guys every day that are retiring from appliance repair, and uh, there's so much work coming in. It's unreal. And calls from big property management companies are starting to come in with 1,000 units, 750 units, just those alone. I mean, if you can get a few of those, you don't even have to go out and find work. You'll just have work every day, all day.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. I can sit right here in my store and I have people just knock on my door all day to come fix appliances.
Right, the next door neighbors, I have my car, and people just, yeah, you fix appliances. I heard you installed a dishwasher for the next door neighbor. I'm like, yeah, I did. Can you do the same thing for me?
Mm. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Wow, man. Do you ever come to the U.S.? If so, do y'all have like an Ashley's up there? Do you come down here for the Ashley's? Hello, Leon.
Yeah, I'm here.
You might have lost it.
Hello,
You there?
hello.
Hey, okay. Do you all have Ashley's up there, or do you come down here for the Ashley's, or have you been to the United States yet?
Well, I have been to the States, but I haven't been down for. I'm not even sure what you were just asking me, but
That's our little national conference for appliance repair companies.
no, I
The
haven't, and
Ashley's.
I definitely would love to come out one at one time. But right now, I mean, like I said, I'm just grinding as much and as hard as I can, to be able to be in a situation where maybe I don't have to do as many calls and start to transition into more of a manager type role, or dispatching out the calls, and just doing sealed systems.
There you go. Now, how many calls are you running?
Right now, I'm doing 7 a day.
7 a day. Oh, that's nice. That's a lot. I like to stay between 4 and 5, but seven is a good mix.
Same
When
here. I would
you just
love to.
starting, you got energy. That's good.
Well, that was my goal, was just to be at four, and I was at four for quite some time, and then the volume just picked up,
Mhm.
and I was like, I don't even know where to put all these people. So now I'm running it a little bit more, but four is definitely the ideal. I would definitely like to get back to that, but right now I'm just taking it for what it is, and just keep running with it.
There you go, man. Good stuff. We're so proud of you, man. And like I
Well,
say,
well,
I
thank
really,
you
I
for the service.
really go ahead.
I said, thank you. You're doing a really good service to the community. There's a lot of young people and middle-aged people that need something like this to get us out of these jobs, and become business owners, and actually be responsible for our own situation. And appliance repair has definitely given me, empowered me to do that.
Had running your own business ever crossed your mind prior to appliance boot camp?
For sure. I would definitely would have loved to do different businesses, but the biggest drawback was the capital, right? To save
Hmm.
up the capital, be disciplined enough to do the capital, like whatever you're charging for appliance boot camp. Um, it's a very small, it's a very nominal price to pay for what you're gonna get back in return, and to even start up with the tools and whatnot, it's it's really low barrier to entry.
Hmm. Thank you, man. I really, really needed this phone call. Honestly, I did. 'Cause like I said, after the conversation I had on Wednesday, I was wondering if I had lost my way. But I really thank you, man. Seriously, thank you for calling in. I really, really appreciate it.
All right, well, have a good one, and like I said, I hope this helped somebody out there that needs this, because it's helped me, and it's helped a lot of other brothers and sisters out there.
You helped me. I'm telling you, you helped me. You helped me. You. You validated what you helped me. Honest, you did. Honest, you did.
All right, Mike. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to it. But
Mm.
thanks again, and have a good one.
Thanks again, Leon.
All right.
Uh,
Bye now.
Bye bye. Okay. All right. Okay, Mike Sneed, we back. That's why I told them on Wednesday. That's why when I have the I can come to you and tell you that you got to damn do better. When I do that, I'm not coming telling you because I what you call because I don't have compassion for my people, and that's the thing that really got me. When I was told that I didn't like African Americans, and I was like, how in the world you say I don't have compassion for my people? I know you need to give your stuff away for free. I paid people. For over a year, I paid people to let me teach them this. So I can't give it away for free. I paid people to let me teach them this, and they didn't want it. I whatchamacallit, where I was at. Well, what have you been to the? I didn't argue much because there's a lot of emotion going on, and when I say a lot of emotion, I kind of stand back and let it go because it go the wrong way too quick. I'm on emotional; it didn't bother me. But the same thing, I was so that was we done an event in the housing authority. Now that was I was told that was the first time I've been out there to the housing authority. It wasn't my first time going out there. I didn't tell them that, and I didn't argue with them that. I walked and knocked on every door in the housing authority, in all of the housing authority. I went and knocked on every door twice. I was given first Juneteenth second Juneteenth celebration. Nobody came to the first one. The second one, I said I'm gonna do the if anybody comes to the appliance boot camp, I'm gonna do it for free. If anybody in the community wants to know how to start their own business, I'm gonna teach you for free. I knocked on every house in the black community twice. I was on my feet and I walked and knocked on everybody's door, personally hand them a flyer and say, hey, I'm Mike Sneed. I own the buildings downtown. I got ice cream parlor. I got a school. I'm teaching entrepreneurship. Come on out. I'm going to teach you all free of charge. Come on out. I'm going to teach you free of charge. I told them a month, 2 months out before the date. Then I told them the weekend before. I went and knocked on the door again the weekend before. And how many people show up? Zero. Zero people showed up. When I was going to teach them for free, zero people showed up. Zero. Okay. What everybody show up looking for a job, and I'm telling you, you don't need a job. You got greatness in you. You don't need to go get no job. You can create your own job. That's how I'm trying to. You only need about $200 a day to survive here, and I can easily teach you how to do $200 a day. You go ahead and pop popcorn to make $200 a day. It's easy to do it, but nobody sees that. And then when I come back and I go there and look, and I'm telling you, we got a problem in our community. When here it is now, we got AI coming down the pipeline fast. I was looking. They got soldiers now. There's robots. They people now bodyguards are robots and stuff. Ain't no entry. They said we gotta have. They need a job. It ain't like they try. Ain't no job. Nobody gonna be able to give you. There's no jobs. All that entry level jobs and stuff that you wanted, they're gone. Walmart not ain't hiring cashiers anymore. You gotta sign your. You better learn how to. You now you go to Walmart. Ain't no cashiers. You the cashier. You go to Lowe's. You the cashier. They ain't hiring no cashiers no more. So there's no jobs nobody can give you. Even if they wanted to give you a job, it ain't none they can give you. Why do you think UPS and Yellow and all them getting rid of people? They don't need you there. They can do three times as much work with less manpower. So they gotta cut the people. And plus, people they got less people they need in there doing work. So you got less people paying into the pension. But you got all these people from the in the old days saving on the pension living to 89, 90 years old. And so they can't afford. So yeah, they're going to go bankrupt and come back as another company and make money. So you got all that stuff happening, and then I'm coming to you telling you we got a problem if you coming with us as African Americans. If you coming and you right now you're saying we're in such dire straits. We need to start teaching kids how to know how to ride, teach African American kids how to ride bicycles again. And you got AI, and you got people learning how to write code. No, you got kids their age already know how to write code, and you got kids their age already knowing you telling me they don't have no car and they ain't got no money. But when I go to the bank on Saturday, I'm seeing the Hispanic kids in there with their parents. Their parents can't speak English, and they sitting there with the bank. Their Hispanic kids are translating, talking to the banker and translating to the parents back and forth. They sitting in there and they asking questions that the parents don't know to ask. Because I'm sitting there watching them, and I know the parents ain't asked this question. I know the little kids asking a question that the parent ain't asked, and it's a good question about doing business. So now our kids, we're back to the point where you're saying I need to start coming back, and instead of me teaching them about electronics and about entrepreneurship, I got to go back and teach them how to ride a bike. And I'm saying we in trouble. We gotta have a talk as us as African Americans. We gotta have a talk. Maybe there's no more Bible study for a while until we go back and we fix this stuff. Because what's happened is overrunning the daycares and the schools and stuff. It's getting overran. It used to be you had one or two kids to show up that wasn't prepared. When those one or two kids that showed up weren't prepared, you had a teacher assistant that could actually go there and set aside with that kid and get them where they need to be. But now you got a whole community showing up not prepared. You don't have the resources to get them there. And so we gotta get together and we gotta start making some changes. The people who know, we gotta let them do it. If you if I'm an entrepreneur, if I'm an entrepreneur, I gotta be careful. No, I don't. I don't have to be careful. I'm an entrepreneur. I create jobs. You know, that's what I do as an entrepreneur. You know, I don't know what you call. If somebody needs a job, I create a job for them. That's what I do. Or I teach them how to create their own job. That'd be like that'd be like going to that'd be like me going down to my father in law house right now, and he loves to garden, plant gardens and stuff. My father-in-law ain't going to buy no string beans, and he gonna hear him. If I go to my father-in-law house right now, and I said, "Hey, Marshall, I sure wish I had some string beans. I ain't had no string beans in a while." My father-in-law, he's a gardener. That's his thing. He plants string beans and tomatoes. He ain't gonna say, "Damn, let me get on the phone. Let me go call some people and see if I can get you some string beans." You know, he gonna, man, I got plenty of them. Come on down here, pick you some string beans. Same thing. If somebody come to me looking for a job, I'm not gonna send them out looking for no job. I'm gonna, hey, come here, let me talk to you. I teach you how to start your own business. But I gotta get the wolf away from the door first. But if you listen to me and if you receptacle, you gonna receive what I'm gonna put out there. I got stuff you can do here all day long. Putting stuff up, cleaning, painting. I got so much stuff need to be done because all the stuff that I'm doing. I got stuff that keep you busy, for 2 or 3 weeks, enough to put some food in your stomach, and for me to put something in your head. But then I'm sending you off. I'm not going to keep you here. I'm going to send you off to go do your thing. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you are. I'm going to give you information to go ahead and get it. But if you gotta make way for the people who know. The people who know gotta you can't have the people who like the Jay Morrison and them who want to who want to take the pictures and the photos and have the nice posters and all that stuff. That's not running the business. You want all the glamour and stuff, but you're not really running the business. You got to make way for for the people who know to get to the people. So you're gonna cloud it up. Thank you, Leon, for calling in, and putting that out there. You got somebody in another country looking. He didn't come here. It's just the words that I put out there, the videos I put out there. He watched it and he said it's changed his whole life. He no longer have to worry about income and stuff. He's running a thriving business in Canada. Now he's running a thriving business in Canada, and I go down the street from right here from where I'm at, and I go there and they won't listen to me, and they think that I don't have no compassion for them. They think that I don't want it, that I don't like my people. That's crazy. How can you say that? And I got the track record to prove it. I got thousands of people that do it. I didn't stage no Mr. Leon to call in or anything. Uh, he's he lived in Canada, and he told you, the little money he spent, he'll make that money back and some, taking care of his family and stuff. He got a skill where people come knock on his door. That's a good thing too about appliance repair. You ain't got to sell appliance repair. You got to sell ice cream. You ain't got to sell appliance repair. Appliance repair, they come looking for you. If I have, I if I if I could make a grip just sitting here and charging $20 for every time somebody brings something in here for me to look at. I'll show you right back there in the back. I'll show you. You can see the well, let me turn this way. All that stuff you see there in the back, those appliances sitting back there, those are people that bring them in here for me to look at. They what's them called? They come here, and we talk for a few minutes. I got some on the truck. You mind looking at me how it can? No, I make a grip off of just doing that. Charging people $20 for the stuff they drop at the back door just for me to look at and fix real quick. So this appliance repair, you don't have to sell it. It's your skill set. What Frederick Douglass said back in the middle of slavery: learn a skill or starve. That's the same thing. You can still take these skilled trades and earn a living, earn a great living. Talking to one of the guys, I have to be careful because the guy I know everybody watch. Talking to one of the guys that owns a business. He owns a skilled trade business. He got a young man that that's working with him during the summer, and the young man is very good. And the young man's going. He's going to go to HVAC school. And we were talking, and he said, "Man, I gotta have a hard talk. I need to go have a hard talk with this young man. And what you gonna tell him? Man, you don't need to go to school. You need to stay right here and work with me. And the school ain't gonna teach you. You ain't gonna learn nothing in that HVAC school. You get caught up trying to complete 2 years of HVAC school and don't know anything. You stay here with me, I'll get you where you need to be at in 2 years. You got a boatload of money. You making great. The little boy making money at 18, 19 years old. And he said, he don't want to be somebody to go tell that guy you don't need to go to school. I know that I know that program. Don't go. But that's the truth. I've been telling you all that. You don't need to go to school. I can teach you how to do it. He's saying this about HVAC. You don't need to go to school. Just stay here with me for 2 years. You're gonna learn way more than that. You know, because we got you straight here now. And everybody, and the guys, hey, this young boy sharp, he good. No need to go. Don't why you gonna waste your time going over there to HVAC? But we've been programmed to think that. You've been programmed, well, you got to go to school. You go to the HVAC program, and you find out that the HVAC instructor don't know how to fix anything. He never really worked in the trade, so he don't really know how to fix anything. We found that out with what's it called with Dr. Watkins. We found out he don't know anything about investing or anything. Finance. He got a PhD. He don't know anything about building businesses, finances, or anything. He just know the theory, and he keep harping about he got a PhD, but find out he don't know anything. I found that out. You find that out many times. You go to the engineer's house when they don't know how to read a voltmeter, don't know how to read schematics. You find it out quick. I found that out when I found that out. Excuse when I was what you call when I was in college, And I remember working at Sears, and I went to one of my instructors' house, one of my professors' house, and it's for a microwave. And I go there to fix his microwave, and and I was shocked that he couldn't read schematics, and he teaching components at the university. Honest, I don't want to call his name. He probably not teaching there now. I don't know. I better not say that. He probably still teaching. But I remember going to his house, and he was a microwave, and he said, "You know how to fix these?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, that's a good skill." And so we was there talking. My professor, oh my God, I want to say his name, but I'm not. And so I remember taking the cover off, and back then, they had the schematic right there in the cover. And I was telling him, it's easy. I said, they go to schematics right there. And he was like, you know how to read that? I was like, yeah. He didn't know how to read schematics, but he was teaching components. So he knew the symbols of the components, but he didn't know how they interact and on the schematics and how they actually work in the actual make the microwave work. Now I remember sitting there teaching him that, and I was like I said, he had a PhD in in engineering, and he was my college professor, and I was there working at Sears teaching him how to read the schematics and telling him how the microwave functions and stuff. And I realized then these guys don't know what they're talking about. Then I really realized it when I came back on the advisory board, and I go there, and you start talking to them, and you find out, man, Booker T. Washington once said one time, he'll be interviewing people for Tuskegee University, and one thing he asked one guy, uh, "Do you believe that the world is flat or the world is round?" And he said, "I can teach either method." So and I remember being on the advisory board, and that's the way it looked like. The advisory board, they'll teach you anything if somebody got some money behind it. So they gonna teach you renewable energy and all this stuff, and they're gonna teach you green energy. They'll teach you anything if somebody got some money behind it, and they're gonna give them a lab and gonna let them come work and let the professors come work over there and work work one semester at their corporation and work one semester there. And Lord help if they're gonna give they're gonna endow. If Lord help, they're gonna give them an endowment, meaning that I'm gonna take this professor and I'm gonna guarantee to get him maybe $250,000 a year to do research on green energy. If it it could be just total BS. That professor is going to take it because what's going to happen? They make that endowment stays with him, not the university. So the university don't want to fire him because they don't want to lose that $250,000 that he bring in every year. And then if he does get fired, he has that endowment he can take to another university and they'll pick him up. So he just say, hey, I got $250,000 endowment I get every year from John Deere, and they will say, yeah, you come on and you bring that endowment with you, and we're gonna get that 250. So that it was games like they'll teach you anything. They will teach you anything, and I saw that. And that was one of the reasons I don't give out certificates. I don't want you to go get no job. I want you to come out here and start your own business and live the same lifestyle that I live. If somebody say, well, you want everybody, what I was told, you want everybody to be chiefs. You don't want no Indians. Who the hell wants to be there? Everybody wants to be their own. Why would I want to be less than what you are? Maybe that's just me. I figure if you got it, show me how to get it. Don't make me your peon. Make me be the same thing that you are. I think everybody has the same ability that I have to do exactly what I do. So I don't think I should be the only one to live a good life. I think everybody should have a good life. I don't want to be the only person living a good life. That sucks when you are the only one amongst your friends that lives a good life and you can't even enjoy your life for fear you're gonna hurt somebody else's feelings. And that you always gotta be the person they come to for everything. No, I don't want that. All my friends and I we live about the same lifestyle. I want everybody to live that lifestyle. Oh, you want everybody to be chiefs and no Indians. Why would I want somebody to be less than me? I think, and like I told them, that's the way it used to be. It wasn't no such thing as you going to work in no corporate America. The Industrial Revolution just been around the last 50, last 100 years. Prior to that, you had to become an apprentice under somebody and work under a master craftsman for some years. And then once you mastered the craft, he sent you off to another area of town, or you took over his business, and that's how you made your money. You didn't go work in no manufacturing place, and what you call and put no belt on no machine no all day long. You had to have a craft that you went. And most people work from a shop or something at their house or a little small shop downtown. We were talking about that. You was a cobbler, you made shoes, you was a blacksmith, you done it at your house or a little small place, or no big places. And we're going back there because the industrial revolution is over with, especially here in the U.S. They ain't bringing manufacturing back here with all the EPA laws and all that stuff. They're not going to do it, and then the cost of labor too high. So they're gonna go to a third world country where they can get cheap labor, and they ain't got to worry about the EPA down their back, so they can dump chemicals and stuff in the water and on the ground. So manufacturing ain't coming back here. And if you think you what you call that you're gonna sit here and somebody gonna create a job for you, you got a sad thing coming. Ain't no job coming back here. If you sitting here waiting for somebody to create a job for you, they got a place for you. You're gonna be the job for somebody else. Somebody else's job is gonna be watching you through the bars. They're gonna put you in prison. That's where they're going. Right now, like Judge Brown say, prison is a silo. We got too much wheat, and right now, the silo to store the wheat is the actual prison system. So they put you in there and hold you in there 25, 30 years, so you can't work. And then when you start having health problems, they set you out and let your family take care of it. When you get to be 50 years old, they set you out and tell you now go back to your family, let your family take care of it and feed you for the next 15, 20 years. You ain't got to worry about no job. Ain't nobody gonna give you no job. Now you at that point in time, you don't even look for no job. Try to cut hair or something you might have done while you was in prison, but ain't nobody look. You know you ain't gonna get no job then. Then your family have to worry about feeding. They ain't gonna keep feeding you. They don't made enough money off of it. They don't want to pay the medical bill. They ain't gonna put you on dialysis there. You start having heart problems and all that. They ain't gonna do that. They gonna let your family worry about it. So that's what they're gonna do. So it's up to us now to create our own jobs. And there's plenty of jobs you can create. And I'm showing you all how to do it. You don't see. Think of everybody else who come on here and they talked about entrepreneurship. They fading out. Some of them, I'm saying now, some of them not. They fading out. They not talking about it as much. The reason why they ain't talking about entrepreneurship because now is the time that you have to do it, and you don't see them doing it. You don't see them creating jobs. You don't see them creating businesses right in front of your eyes. You see now me doing old fashioned ice cream right in front of your eyes. You saw me go buy that building. You saw me build it with my bare hands. You saw me uh, you saw me pay cash for it. That it was cheap building. You saw the town was in disarray when we got here. You see us actually working with the town, building the town back. You see me now taking the ice cream and going out and making it a brand and building it and putting it out there. You see all of that right in front of your eyes. Look at everybody else who said they were going to start businesses and stuff. They out, and they still talking the same thing. LLC. Teach you how to start an LLC holding company, a living trust. I'm gonna get your credit and all that. But all that stuff is over with. You gotta start doing this stuff now. But like I say, I want to thank y'all for watching. I went a little bit ahead of my over my time, but I was feeling down. Thank you again, Leon, for actually calling in. Um, uh, I was feeling down. I called a couple people asking. You think I don't I lost my way? I'm too far out of this thing because you can get that way. But I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing spectacular. I'm doing simple stuff. All the stuff I'm doing is very simple. It doesn't require a lot of money, but it requires you to do some work. I have to work. Today I'm working. It's easy, fun work. Today I got to go uh, go to the school system and hang out with the superintendents, assistant superintendents, all the principals, the assistant assistant principal. It was like being in corporate America again. Great time. So classmates, so best friends and them. Hey, I'm there pretty much all this afternoon. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And then on the way back, thank you to the crew over there at Wendy's. We pull up to Wendy's, my son and I, to grab something to eat, and the whole staff. So y'all got ice cream, and like I said, I was kind of down because I was thinking, man, I don't like this prepackaged stuff. I like the scoop. But we pulled up to Wendy's, and I'm getting something to eat, and the manager comes out and says, "Man, you got ice cream?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, he said, "I want to get some ice cream, but if you scoop it, I ain't got nowhere to put it at. I'm scared to put it in the freezer; it might mess up." I said, "No, it's prepackaged. We done an event, and I got prepackaged." "Oh man, you got prepackaged?" I said, "Yeah." So I'm gonna get some. "All right, what flavor you want?" He said, "Hold up." He bought ice cream for the whole staff. So he came out, "Hey, give me just mix and match for the whole staff." And so I done that, and then when I done that and brought those in, several of the customers, you got ice cream on there, yeah. So several of the customers came to the truck and bought ice cream. So I thought, okay, this is pretty cool. I like it. But it's been a great day. Come back in now. I'm gonna go grab the cash out the cash register, and I'm heading home. And it's lovely. It's lovely. And I want everybody to be able to have this life. I don't think I'm the only person supposed to have this life. I want everybody to have this life. That's why I go and tell y'all how to do it. How to make this life happen. And you can. You can. You just have to believe that you can do it, and you got to take ownership. What got me when child support no longer bothered me. When I took responsibility, it was my fault that I was a person who was irresponsible and went out and made a child out of wedlock. I won't marry or anything, but I had to take that responsibility. Once I took that responsibility, um, it became good. It was no longer a bother to me, and I love my daughter. Not saying I didn't wish my daughter would be here, but I didn't like the fact that I made a child out of wedlock. I wish my daughter was made uh, within the marriage, confine of my marriage and stuff. But other than that, I'm glad she's here. But once I done that, took that responsibility, I want nobody else to blame. So not start asking those questions where they got 4 kids, are they married? No, we got to talk about that. It's gonna take you to. I don't care what you say. It costs you in North Carolina. They say $280,000 to raise a kid from 0 to 18. So if you got 4 kids, you got $1 million that you got to pay for in the hole. Get these kids to adulthood. I don't care. It ain't about me bashing single mom. That's the fact that you can't get around that math. And then you're gonna talk about you already $1 million in the hole and you underemployed, don't have the finances. Now you're talking about getting a house and you're talking about doing all this other stuff. Yeah, you ain't got the money to do it because the math don't math right. But that's the conversations we have to start having. So sorry I couldn't get to go through the actual comments tonight. Uh, but like I say, thank you all. I'll be back on Monday. And like I say, thank you again, Mr. Leon, for calling. Like I said, I was feeling kind of down. I called several friends, wanted to make sure that I was on the up and up, that I won't too hard, and I'm exactly where I need to be at. When I see you all are taking it, and you all in another country, and it work for you and help you, it can go down. It can go down the street a mile and a half and help everybody there too. So once again, thank you all for watching. I'll be back on Monday. Bye bye.